So, that's better. Back on the right side of the column there, Vaquero Blue Chip was a winner in the Meadows. Raced really, really well. You know, I told Tim, and I got to tell Megan too, this guy, I warmed him up. We set his hobbles snug. He always wears them snug. He'll go with them looser, but he'll put steps in now and again. And he's a funny bugger. I went on the track, and I think I had them in like the second hole. In fact, I think we let the bike out to give him more room. Yes, we put it in the third hole instead of the second. So I go on the track, jogging around. Oh, these are too loose. Pulled them up a hole. I pulled them up another hole. Jogging. Turn him to go his mile. I said, geez, these are still really loose. Pulled them up again. We're going by the 3/8. And I'm only going jogging speed. Like, we're barely training. But I said, Jesus, still seem a little loose. I just leave them alone. We start past the 5/8 pole. Now I'm going a mile in 220, 225, but I'm going to let him scoot down the lane a little bit. So I just let him saunter up past the 3/4 pole, and he goes to step on the gas, put a step in, and said, you little bugger. I pulled his hobbles up again. Just reached down and pulled them up again. Third hole in the bike, sixth hole in the hobbles, for future reference, in the nitrous. Third in the bike, sixth hole in the hobbles. We come off the track. He warmed up. Awesome, I said to Tim. He seems really good. Really good. Don't change anything. I looked down. His hobbles looked tight. They didn't feel tight when he was trotting. Once in a while, we'll have a trotter that, for somehow, just kind of shrinks up in the hobbles. You'll set them in the paddock, and you're like, those are perfect. Maybe a bit tight, but they look good. And then you get out in the track, and they're too loose. Especially for our horses who wear the hobbles snug sometimes, right? We went to go to post parade, and they looked tight. I look at the bike. I'm like, third hole, sixth hole. This is where we set them. GCs look tight. I went out in the track, and I scored him down. He felt perfect. Went out of there. I didn't want to get cute, you know, sat in, take them to the back, sit in. I didn't want to be cute with him. Just get the job done. Get away. We leave out of there. He empties out all over me. Then he pops his tail up. I hate that. And we're going out of there, and I know the 5 and the 6 are, it's hard to tell. It's like, oh, they're like 10-1. Who cares? They just qualified. I don't know how good these horses are. I know that Wilbur just wants to get a good trip, and I'm pretty sure that Sean or Aaron, I didn't check to see which one of the two brothers. I'm sure he doesn't want to be left on the front end. So I'm saying, well, I'll just play it by ear. If they make front, tap the brakes, I'll come. Sure enough, the brakes come on. As the brakes come on, I just slide to the outside, clears to the front. And I can't remember to myself, because I know he was covered up in the qualifier. Is he good in the front? I haven't gone with him in a while. I'm sure he's fine. He was very attentive, though. Down the backstretch, a half in a minute. I just didn't want anybody to, bull rush him. So I chirped him, and he took off down the backstretch. Track must have been playing a little flat or something, because he felt like he worked harder than 59-1. That sounds stupid, because clearly the teletimer's there. He just felt like it was a really, really good mile for him, yet it pops up 59-1. Track, it was such a nice night. It was supposed to rain all day today. The rain stayed away. The sun popped out. And now I'm rushing. I'm in a big hurry to get back to watch the last inning or two of Ollie's game if I can. And I wish, truthfully, his game had been canceled a little selfishly, and that he was able to come to the Meadows with me, because it would have been nice just to go downtown Pittsburgh, go to a restaurant. He's a little bit like me in that way. He likes to sit out in the veranda and just take it all in. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to rush back to Northfield, see if I can catch these last two innings, inning or two of Ollie. They said he might close the game out tonight pitching, so I really want to get back in time. There's a fine line between really wanting to get back in time and getting a speeding ticket, so I'm gonna have to be very careful here. But Vaquero Blue Chip raced really well, very professional tonight. The only tricky part moving forward will be making sure his hobbles are on a little bit snug. I know that when they look at them in the paddock, they're going to be like, they're too tight. They're not. And not for now, anyway. Maybe when he gets his feet under him. I know Tim had asked what's next for him. I said the PA All-Stars, and I know it's tough. whether it's Harry sending Looks Like Money or Megan sending, whether it be Crantini or anybody somewhere else where they're not in control, it's frustrating. And for a trainer, it's a little bit deflating, I guess, but there's a lot more in play here. The stable is a big operation, a big organization, and everybody is as important as anybody else. There's nobody that is of diminished capacity. All our players, so to speak, whether it be Harry or Mary or Jason or Dominic or, Megan has a bunch of our horses in Pennsylvania, or Eric down in Kentucky now, or Tim here. Any of the people playing major roles in our barn play a major role in our barn. And I'm sure it sucks a little bit when I say, hey, Vaquero Blue Chip's going to go to Megan to race in the Poconos and then Philadelphia. And the same thing I said to Megan, I can't in good faith send Spitfire Overseas back to you to race in Philadelphia and then send him right back to Tim. Tim may as well take him back here because his next two starts after the Philadelphia start are at the Meadows, right? So I'm left juggling everything. This horse is going here, this horse is going there. And I know nobody would ever say it or nobody would ever complain, but I'm doing the best I can, and the job and the role of every single person at the stable is absolutely vitally important to us being successful, and that's the easiest way to put it. I had a good chat with Scotty before the races, talking about this colt who's probably going to go to the PA All-Stars, talking about Memory and Imagination, who he qualified at Northfield, talking about Lonely Lakewood. Those three horses are heading to the PA All-Stars. And the other thing with Scotty is if Megan has the horses, Scotty's obligated to drive them. So it kind of puts Megan in a tough spot, Scotty in a tough spot, us in a tough spot. Are these horses good enough for you to worry about them? Which sounds really selfish from when I say that, but it's not. Everybody has. Scotty's got a job to do and a living to make. So this is a time of year when we're trying to fit everything in. Really Don't Care went down to Ryan Swift. You may remember Miss Swift as the trainer of Bomb Hugger when she won at Batavia. Well, she is Really Don't Care on Wednesday. I'm going to scoot down there. I'm going to drive from home, jump on the bike in Buffalo. I have to call and make sure I can get licensed. I haven't driven there in 2 years. I had an eye test for last year, submitted it, but I don't know if I need another one for this year. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's still good. I don't know. So I asked Ryan to look into that. I'm going to give her a call right now, actually. So Really Don't Care. I'm going to drive Really Don't Care on Wednesday and then continue on my way. We have 6 or 7, I think Jason said, in to go Wednesday night at Northfield Park. So that'll be good. Everything gets really busy after that. I'm just trying my best over the next 2 days to work it out with Amy. I'm going to go and drive Arson and Pickpocket in Kentucky. And I was talking to Scott. I said, if you want to go drive those two horses in the final, go ahead. It's on a Tuesday, for that matter. James can go drive them, or Mark. I don't give a shit. Excuse my French. But that's July the 4th also, and though I don't really feel that emotional for July the 1st or the 4th, not to be accused of not being patriotic, I'm just really busy, and any day where there's festivities for the kids and things for me to do with them and my wife, I'm going to choose that. I think I'm 46. I'm at that part of my life where, yes, I could go down and win both finals and, pat myself on the back and get to the airport and get... Stable's for everybody. For me, it's for you. And if Scott Zero and James McDonald or Mark McDonald or anybody is available to drive those two horses, then I certainly don't have a problem with that. Yeah, you can say Pickpocket's a little tricky. Not really tricky. Arson is push button and is sweet. I can't believe he's turned into such a sweet horse, but as easy going and sweet as you'd ever want to see a 2-year-old. So certainly no issues. Certainly no issues with that regard. So Vaquero Blue Chip was great today. His next start will be in about 10 days in the PA All-Stars in the PA All-Stars in the Poconos. His next start after that will be Philadelphia. We have a host of others getting ready to go, whether it be the Stallion Series or the Sire Stakes, but those three will be the only ones going to the PA All-Stars on the colt side. fillies here next Saturday afternoon. That's going to be a huge day, maybe the biggest day on our calendar, potentially for most of the entire year. All the start to the PA sires for our 2-year-old trotting fillies, and all the next generation races at night in Scioto. A lot going on. So with that, it's a beautiful sunny day now. I'm going to do my best to catch end of Ollie's game, but good luck to them today. Hope he has a good game. You know, he's been a real trooper down here. We've been having a lot of fun down here together, the boys, and I hope his team wins tonight. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys had a great day also. Good luck to everybody racing tonight. We still have some horses underway tonight. We have Yo Mister. Some other horses going. I think we have 3 or 4 going. Good luck to everybody. Take care.